So I was born and raised in a Christian household, my mom being the main one who brought us to church always. Every aspect of my life was defined by my church friends and like what my parents told me was right and the Bible. And it was one of those things where I was going to church and I was involved, but it wasn't really my own. It was just kind of, I was doing it because my parents said it was right, and that's all I ever known. As soon as I went to college, I'm like, I'm going to be good. I've been warned by my small group leaders, you're going to this big non-Christian university, be a light, you're going to get tempted by things, all that stuff. And I got tempted by that stuff in high school and I never did anything. Then little Carolyn shows up to NC State as a freshman, and very quickly, with that safety net gone, I started falling into the wrong crowd. The first night I took a sip of alcohol, I freaked out and I started like crying, and I was just like, like my mom's gonna be super upset, like I'm gonna let her down, my siblings, like I'm supposed to be a good example, and I was like, this is not, like, just kind of shock, and I freaked out, and so I was like, I don't know, I didn't like this. And of course the next weekend I was like, I already had alcohol, like I ruined it, there's no going back, so let's dive straight in. Every time I was going out, I was having fun, that's one thing I feel like a lot of people don't talk about. It's like, it's not that I was sad and stuff or anything, it's like I was having a good time, like, I enjoyed it, but no, even that happening, there was a little voice in my head that was like, this isn't you. And the next day, I would be upset, I would be sad, and I was like, I don't know why, it's fun during it. Very quickly, it went from being social and like fun party Carolyn to just like drinking to numb stuff and get away. I knew that I had to get plugged into a group or who knows what I would be doing. I needed that foundation, and that's what that safety net of good Christian friends I was missing. So I was, on NC State list of clubs trying to find out a new group, and I found, ABCD Chi Alpha. I got to meet Emily and John and Toby and just a bunch of the different leaders. And so from there, like right when I started like talking to them, right away they just start talking to you and asking you questions and super friendly. And I was like, this is it. This is the group. I got involved in Chi Alpha, was in the life group, and very quickly found a second home and just people that were trying to be the best that they could be for Christ, live their life for Him, and just found really good role models. Molly, Amanda, Emily, all these like strong girls who had fun, were living fun and just for God. And it was amazing, and like they weren't afraid to talk about like stuff they struggled with and that they're not perfect. And I think a lot of times I try so hard to be perfect, but like it was like I was living a double life, and like I finally had people that I could really trust and look up to. That's a term that gets thrown around in church a lot, have an accountability partner, someone to remind you to pray, things like that. But like I need someone that's like, hey, that's not you, that's wrong, like I need that. So Celine took on that role, and she was like, we're gonna do this, not gonna drink, it's gonna be great. I was like, okay. So, started New Year's, and I have not had anything to drink since then. I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes, I go out with my RTC friends and I still wanna be social and have fun, but I wanna be an example, like a light, and not like, oh, she's uptight, she can't have fun, she's not drinking. But people notice that, like if you're at a party and it's like, yo, like you're drinking, like what? No, like I'm not drinking. And then they'll ask why, and stuff like that, conversations stem off, and they're just like, she's still having a great time and she's hadn't had a touch of alcohol. I have been diving headfirst into Chi Alpha. I went on a mission trip, and that opened my world and has lit something inside me that I can't even describe. And I'm just trying to pursue Him like to the most I can. That's where we are today, and I'm super excited about everything, and I just can't wait to see the opportunities that Chi Alpha has for me further down the road, and just the opportunities I have to impact other people's lives. And I just want to keep this fire burning, so.